I actually started modeling when I was about 18 years old. So as soon as I was allowed to model, that was it. I wanted to be in front of a camera. And I've worked with some fantastic photographers over the years, and some of them have become very, very good friends of mine. So when I got into cosplay, I messaged a few people with my ideas and what I wanted to do with it. And, so I was like, I want to bring this into my modeling career. I had taken a sabbatical from modeling. I had been doing glamour modeling. And around about the time that the glamour modeling industry in the UK was taking a change in direction. So it was less about publication and more about online services. I actually took a sabbatical and decided to concentrate on my actual career, which is a beauty therapist. So I took a break, just wanted to get myself, set up as a beauty therapist because you can't take on everything at once. And then, like I said, I started cosplaying, and it gave me that itch to get back into modeling. So I contacted a few of my wonderful friends in photography and sort of said, I have this costume. This is the character. Examples of who they are and whatnot. Are you interested? A lot of them came back to me straight away with, yes, I think that sounds fantastic. They were just excited about it as I was. Like you say, it's a collaboration. It really is teamwork. So not only do I go away and do my research in terms of costuming, makeup, acting, even, learning about what that character needs to know so I can really adapt myself into that character. But the photographer goes away and does the same. But they look at it from a stance of, okay, so this person's a bad guy, so we need to put some eerier stuff in there. This person has action, so what kind of background, what kind of lighting are we going to use? Smoke machines? Are we going to use props? And we really do have like a great discussion. And sometimes that discussion is on the day. It's kind of like, what have you bought for me today? Well, I decided this. Cool. Let's just make it up as we go along and see what happens. But that's normally with photographers that I've been working with for years. They know me, they know how I model, they know how I work, and likewise. So you really do have to have a really good, close relationship with the people you work with. It is incredibly important. And I like to think that it shows through the work that both me and the photographer and everybody else involved, whether there's a makeup artist for some things, like I've done body painting, and I spoke to the body painter. She was absolutely amazing. And I have to say, one of the best in the UK. So I was incredibly lucky to work with her. We spoke to her. She made a lot of it up on her own, on the spot. Obviously, I briefed her on what the character I wanted to be body painted as. So she'd done her research. But a lot of it was, we'll see how this goes. I'm incredibly fortunate to have worked with so many talented and incredible people, and to have them around me, because without them, I'm just a girl standing around in a costume.
Well, you definitely have a great team around you because the work that you guys have been doing as a collaboration is exceptional for sure.
Thank you. I'm sure I'll pass on the message to them all because they'll be so excited to hear.
Please do, please do. That's something that I would like to see more people also be aware of is that the photographer does put in a lot of effort as well when it comes to doing shoots, and you can tell a more experienced photographer, I'm putting it politely, compared to someone who doesn't have as much reps. But at
Yeah.
the same time, you can also see a photographer that will be able to maximize their limitations and they'll be able
Mhm.
to do amazing things with the cosplayer. It's just all
Yeah.
about that artistic eye and how much care you're putting into the project itself.
Mm. I mean, and I always, when I come up with a project, I always have a photographer in mind. I always think about what their strongest attributes are and what's going to work with this costume, with this character, so that I'm really placing the right kind of look with the right kind of character. Absolutely love working with Jukebox. Zoe is one of my best friends, which really does help, and we have an absolute laugh the whole time. But she works incredibly hard post shoot. The editing between her and her partner is phenomenal, and I've been with her for a good few years, and both of them as a couple have come a long way with their photography skills, and I'm in awe with everything that they do. I love looking at the work that they've done with other people. And again, some of the models might not be that experienced, but they still bring out the best in somebody. And that's a really good mark of a good photographer, is when you can have a look at somebody and you can say, hey, this is, this is their best feature, this is their best look, and this is how I'm going to bring it forward. So they really have come a long way in the time that I've known them, and the time that they've been working as well. And they are incredible to work with. And I have some other amazing photographers, Don to Death. I love the name as well. He's one of the more newer photographers I've been working with, but we have a lot of discussions, a lot of mood board swappings, and we have some great work together. Gregory Mason, I've been working, or Mason, sorry, not Mason, Mason. I have been working with for absolutely years. He's again one of those photographers that I now turn up with and go, this is what I bought. And he's okay. Again, I'll talk to him about a project I want to do, and he will really go away and do his research into it. And because we have been working so well together, he knows exactly what lighting to shoot me with, and always gets fantastic work. So I absolutely love working with them, and I really appreciate all the hard work, particularly during lockdown when I've been doing my own photo shoots and having to try and edit them all myself, ready for whatever day. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so much hard work. It's you kind of learn to appreciate that it's not just the click a button and it's awesome. There's a lot of work that goes into them. So yeah, I really appreciate everybody I work with and their skills that they have. So I think it's incredibly important for people to acknowledge that it's not just them in an image, it's everybody involved to create a piece of art. So I hope people start to try and make a little bit more effort to show appreciation to everybody involved in the making of their images.